Hi, this is your daily forecast and energy reading for May 21st. And today the moon actually is going to go out of Gemini and into Cancer today. And the sun is actually going to go into Gemini. So there's a transition in energy. Now I want to talk about this because the sun in Gemini it's really just a fun, loving, kind of just go with the flow. It just wants to go over here and make itself feel good, and then it wants to go over there and make itself feel good. It doesn't really have a direction and energy a lot of times. It's completely immutable energy, so a lot of times your soul may not know exactly the direction to go yourself, your core, but you have this just like want and need to like be just free flowing and just feel good. You're detached from ramification, and you just have more, you're more in the gray instead of in the black and white in your core, in your sun with this energy. But the moon going into Cancer changes everything. When the moon goes into Cancer, it's home. It's a very feminine energy. It's a very nurturing energy. They're completely accountable to everybody because all they think about is nurturing others. So even though you have this sun that's like free flowing, wants to go here, wants to go there, is like that, but the moon, your emotions, keeps you accountable, keeps you pulling in the right direction. It makes you feel things deeply. So you went from this really detached Gemini moon, right? To where it was you were just internalizing, you really didn't feel a whole lot, you were more in an observation status with your emotions, to this completely feminine, emotion-based energy that just makes you sappy and makes you completely accountable to everybody. So there must have been something that came up yesterday that really is going to allow this moon to really think. And the reason I say that is because the moon in Cancer is going to oppose, again, this is oppositional energy. These are, just energies that are here that want to be here, right? It's going to oppose Saturn in Sagittarius. Okay, and then your sun in Gemini is going to oppose Saturn at the same time. So I think what this is going to do is make that Gemini sun much more accountable to others, to nurturing others, to thinking about others. And that's not a really comfortable placement for a sun in Gemini. So all you suns in Geminis out there, you're going to be like, wait a minute, I have to be like accountable to people. Like I have to think about others' emotional needs before my own core needs. Like, how does that work? And you're going to feel this almost resentment, because it's not going to feel good for you to do that. I mean, you want to flutter around. You want to go here. You want to go there. Then that feels good. Taking into account your actions and looking back at your past and thinking, well, if I do that, that's going to hurt that person I love, that family member, that partner that I want a partnership with. It's gonna cause a problem. Maybe I shouldn't do it. And that's something that I think is really important for all this Gemini to look back on. Gemini is just getting all of the energy in the universe is really schooling Gemini energy, mutable energy. It really is. And so there's a reason for this accountability from the universe. There's a reason for why you are being so focused on to this degree. Venus in Cancer. Now look at your moon is in Cancer and Venus is in Cancer. These are two really big areas for Cancer energy. This means that your partnerships, your emotional well-being, how you seek comfort from others, how you get nurtured from others, how you nurture other people is all sitting in Cancer, the mother energy, the most feminine energy out there. And this Venus in Cancer energy is going to be opposing Pluto. One thing that I think is really pretty about this energy is Venus energy is going to be trining Neptune and Pisces, and the moon in Cancer is going to be trining Neptune and Pisces. So even though there's a tendency to be like this really intense accountability, there's also a warm and fuzzy feeling associated with it. So maybe there's somebody in your past that you're looking back on, and it was somebody who was really, really good to you. And you're remembering all of the good things about this person. Now, your sun in Gemini is opposing Saturn. So, is this something that, at some point you abused, or at some point you just didn't think about a situation from your past? But now it's coming forward, and it's bringing energy to like what's going on right now in your life. One thing I want to talk about is the Sun in Gemini, Mars in Gemini, and Mercury in Gemini are all conjunct of each other. So what does conjunct mean? Conjunct means that when energies are within an 8-degree orb of each other, they support each other, they work together. When something opposes one of those energies that are conjunct, that means it opposes all of those energies, and they all team up and they all try to find a way to resolve that issue. So they're like a team. They're not working solely like a lot of these energies have to do the majority of the time. And I think it's important right now that Geminis do have a team working together, supporting each other. When you're Sun in Gemini, that's your core, that's yourself, in a mutable energy that makes you go with the flow in your core. With Mars in Gemini, that means how you progress, the passion that you put into things, how aggressive or assertive you are is in Gemini, which means it's in communication, and then when Mercury in Gemini is all supporting, it means they're all going to work together to make this situation have a resolution that's peaceful for all, that doesn't generate a bunch of drama, because when Mars is in Gemini, it makes you much more passive-aggressive with the way that you communicate. Doesn't mean that it's any less volatile, because it can be a very volatile energy. But when it's conjunct and it's being supportive, it can mean that there's more minds on the job, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Mercury in Gemini today is going to be sextiling Jupiter in Leo. This is a tremendous, tremendous energy. This means that there is a forward conversation. There's a creative thought process that you can communicate effectively. That that whatever comes up today, if there's a conversation and it's about the future, it's about progression, it's about opportunity, it's about expansion, that could really take off. That could really move you forward. Or it could give you like a eureka moment if you allow it. And it could expand into an amazing thought process for the future. It could be having something to do with your hopes, your dreams, your wishes, in this energy. Also, Jupiter in Leo is going to be sextiling Mars in Gemini. This is amazing. This means that say there's great conversation comes around and, it gets you moving forward with hopes, dreams, and wishes. You communicate effectively with whomever, whatever the situation is about. Mars gives you the passion to move forward in thinking. You can move forward and you can either, get all your ducks in a row. You can come up with a solid plan. You can look at an educational arena for you to get educated in that particular area. If that's something that you want to do, you'll communicate completely effectively about this. And you'll move forward with such passion and such authority in this energy that it's just going to like be a balloon. It's just going to burst open with this like amazing opportunity. This today has the potential to be an absolutely fabulous day after all of the energy that we've been having going on. It will be a duality day. There's a lot of energy in duality. So your brain is going to be going 100 miles an hour thinking about all these different opportunities that could come up if it just, if you just think of this, and then you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I thought of this, and this has this potential, and you're going to be like this. You're just going to be all over the place, and that's okay. Generate all those ideas. Write them all out. Journal them. This is an epiphany day. So if you journal them, you could find an answer to a problem that you've been working on, or maybe a hope or a dream or a wish that maybe you want to really manifest. I think that whatever it is, it's going to be an emotional based hoped dream or wish. It's going to be something that you idealize from afar, and maybe you honestly think that you could have it if you just. Today's a great day to talk about issues with people. It's a great day for a potential opportunity. I really encourage you to just embrace today and look at it as like relief from the universe. And I just want to thank you so much for watching today's forecast, and I look forward to talking to you again tomorrow.